Today, guys, I'm going to give you a guide on how to get phase 2 tokens, like more than 100, just like me. One way is by grinding up events so you can get draft vouchers and then use them to do drafts. So one way is by claiming all the Soccer and Splash rewards from the Star Pass. And I counted, and you can get 1,600 gems from the Star Pass and 3 draft vouchers. So you can open 3 packs in total. And in this other part of the Soccer and Splash, there's 4 parts right so far. There, you can claim this gift, and then there's these 4 parts out so far. So the first one, you can complete. There's only 6 skill games. After you complete them all, you'll get this gift, which contains 1 draft voucher. Then, for the Soccer rewards, you just have to claim them every day. In the first days, you'll get 2 rewards, this reward and this reward. And then the next days, you'll get these rewards. And if you haven't claimed these rewards, you can go to the Soccer and Splash event, and you can claim all of them right now. Then we have Build a Sand Tower. You can play these 3 matches, and then you can play these skill games. Now you can play these skill games 5 times, and you can play each of these matches as many times as you want. The thing is, after you play them once, each of them once, you don't get any more rewards. And guys, if you have made it to World Class or Legendary rank, then, or you have done in your past accounts, because I play in Pro Division, but in my past accounts I've been World Class and Legendary because I don't push through much head-to-head. And if you've done that, and if you know you have the skill, you can play easy, which I think everyone can play, hard, which I think half people can play, and crazy, I think half people can play, because crazy is actually not that crazy actually. It's actually really easy. And then we have we're on Build Center. Now this is the first area where we can get Star Pass rewards, because every skill game you complete, so if you complete these skill games 5 times, you'll get 2,000 Star Pass credits. And then here, it'll give you 200 for each match completed. So if you complete this match, and you get 200, and then this match also gets you 200, and this match too. But since I've completed all of them, if you do them again, you won't get the 200. So 2,600 credits can be earned from here. And the beach treasure hunt, it's simple. All you gotta do is claim the Soccer tickets daily. Then you just click on one of these shells, and then it'll either show a box or a match. Now, here are the boxes that I've claimed so far. So the first column has the boxes, and I think the last column also has boxes. So yeah, those are your answers. The last column and the first column have the boxes, and the boxes give you some rewards. Now, I don't know why I can't check on it, but they give you like draft vouchers, Star Pass, along with Star Pass credits, gems, and coins. That's what they give you. And then the matches, you get Star Pass credits as well, and coins. And then after you complete all of those stuff, so you can get these boxes, and after claiming all 4 of these boxes, you can get this pick. And this is another way we can get 5 draft vouchers. And I noticed something. Alright, I claimed that egg. And this is another way we can do it, by opening drafts, or we can get a straight player, because this is 115 plus 4 rank ups, and 115 does exchange for phase 2 tokens, so you can do that to exchange. Or if you want to keep him in your team, you could, except it's not ideal. that you keep these 115 players in your team. If you're trying to make a meta squad, don't keep them in your team. But yeah, so this is what you can do in the Soccer and Splash event. Next, we also have the UCL event. And April Fool's event also left, so we can't do that. So the RoboCup left. So then another way I earned these kind of players is, first you can earn them by getting these amount of tokens and spending them on these players to get phase 2 tokens. Another way is every week you do these dual matches, and then you can for 8 matches completed gems, you get gems. For 12 completed matches, you get 400 tokens, and 20 give you 1 draft voucher, which also helps in trying to get to 115 or higher, 113 or higher to get phase 2 tokens. So you can complete that. And try to get as much tokens if you want. If you don't want to go for these high-priced players, then here's a trick. So basically, these players are really high-priced, and they don't give you, and they only give you 5 phase 2 tokens. And if you really want phase 2 tokens, then the real way to get it is through this dream box. And what I'm speaking about is refresh this box at least 15 times, maybe 15 times if you want, or something, until you find a 113 card that is for 500 tokens. And I found one, and it's Guerrero in my 17th try. So I can easily try to get 500 tokens and buy this Guerrero every time. And then there's a massive decrease and still cost 5 phase 2 tokens, except I don't lose a lot of tokens. If you see, there's a 4,000 to 3,000 token decrease. So with that, so that's another trick you can use. Try to do stuff to get tokens, then buy the players from the dream box. And plus, they always refresh, so you can buy Guerrero anytime. After that, that is one way. I'm going to show you another way, and extra time now. Here's another way with extra time. So you go to the events, and now you can do the Star Scout. And if you're lucky enough to get a TOTY or a event player that happened in 2026, you can exchange them for phase 2 tokens. And you can also try this Encore Scout, but it's really bad. The only W thing about this is free refresh, because the OVR is 1.8 to 115, and then it still costs 20,000 tokens. So yeah. And then there's this extra offers, which gives you draft vouchers, coins, whatever you need to buy the phase 2 token players and do the drafts. And then we have daily picks. You can try this mega daily pick. It'll give you 5 phase 2 tokens for each time you do it, because it's 113 to 115 only gives you 5. And then you can try luck here and try to get a 115 or 113 or 114 here. And yeah. So you can try here, and if you're lucky enough to get it and get it here, it's actually going to be good, because you can anyways keep exchanging. You can try here, because here, if you keep exchanging, it'll give you 3,000 tokens back. Like, I'll show you. So I can do a pick. Now, I got a UCL player, so I'll claim him. Then, I can go claim him. After that, I can go to exchange and exchange him back. And there we go. We got 3,000 tokens back, which means that that pack is basically 99% free. You just lose 1,000 tokens profit. But if you want to gain that back, if you want to gain 1,000, if you want to make it free, then what you have to do is go to daily picks, do this free pick, and 99% you get the 1,000 tokens. So there we go. And then it doesn't show my total because I have to go to my inbox and claim it. But before I had 12 tokens. Now guess how much I have. Guess what? I still have 12 tokens. 12,000, 1,200 tokens. No, 12,000 tokens. My bad. And so this thing usually gives you 3,000 tokens or 2,000 tokens back, depending on your options. So this is not a bad pick, and it sometimes gives you 113 or 114 or 115. And if you do get it, that's good. Like, I've done those picks, and that's where I got this De Jong card. So it's kind of good. And I got him in 3 tries, which is epic. Now, that's another way to get phase 2 tokens. I'm going to show you another way, maybe through Chronicles. So guys, another way is through Chronicles, and right now I'm in the Nation Story Part 2. So this is the other kind of Nation Story, and it's Part 2, continuing Part 2. So we have Part 1, Nation Story, Part 2, Nation Story, and continuing Part 2, Nation Story. So we can use the same shards in the continuation of Part 2, Nation Story. Now this Nation Story part, England, is similar to the USA part here. It's the exact same. So as you can see, I finished USA, and now I'm trying to finish England. So basically, if you do the USA and England chapters every day, if you get it 5 times, you get 600 tokens. And that's the only way of collecting drafts. So gems is the only way you can get. So you can only get 600 from here. Gems from here. Mexico doesn't give any gems. So in total, this Part 2 gives only 600, and this continuation only gives 600 as well. But Italy and Brazil are gonna come out, and we can see how much they give, how much gems and draft tokens they might give. They won't give draft tokens, but they'll give the gems. So these two will give 1,200. And then you all know that this Nation Story, Japan, doesn't give any, and similar to the Mexico one. But this Japan Nation Story doesn't give any of that. Now this Netherlands gives a couple gems. I'd say around 500, 600 gems. Now this Portugal Nation Story, it's almost impossible to not have gems. And this photo gives 600. And then every time I do one of these picks, I always get 500 gems. Last night, it was the first time I only got training transfer points. Because last night I didn't get any gems. I only got training transfer points. And that was the first time I didn't get gems because I kept getting gems. And so here you can earn like a unlimited amount of gems. You can earn more than 3,000 gems from here easily, spending it every night. Now Croatia, it's similar to Portugal, except there's no tile breaking thing. The tiles break automatically with no given rewards. So the only way is by earning stuff is through this rewards list, and it gives 600 gems. So from Croatia, you get 600 gems. In total, you get around like 5,000 gems or something. Around 4,000, 5,000 gems, which is good. In total, through all the Nation Stories, you get around 6,000 gems. or 5,000 to 6,000 gems, which helps you get 2 or 1 draft voucher. Then you have Zlatan Chronicles, which gives, I don't know how much gems, but these days it doesn't give you much. Through the chapters, it only gives you a couple gems, like maybe if you complete all the chapters, you might only get 800 gems, and if you claim all these stuff, this one gives you gems, but only 1.5k. So maybe this only gives around 2,000 gems, 2,000 or 2,000.5k, no, 2.5k gems. So that's not a lot. And Beckham Chronicles doesn't give any gems. But then the other day, when I made this account, I was doing Beckham Chronicles, and then if you go to the collection, I completed chapter 1 only, because then I figured this out. You can get 2,000 free gems, and I didn't really need this Beckham anyways, because look at my team now. So Beckham Chronicles also gives 2,000 free gems. So in total, with these 2 chronicles, gives you around 3,000 gems, 4,000, around there, or 4.5. And then we have Hero Chronicles. Now, I don't want you to spend your time grinding this event, because it's actually, I haven't done this, and guys, my screen's frozen. Whenever I go into Hero Chronicles, my screen's frozen. But I'm anyways ending this part of the video here, because this Hero Chronicles, I don't want you to do it. It doesn't give that much gems. So yeah, and it's not mandatory. So don't do this Hero Chronicles. It might give some gems, but not a lot. But if you do it continuously every day, it'll give you a lot of gems. But I wouldn't say it's a priority. So yeah. Now guys, I almost forgot some other ways, but there's some other hidden ways that you can get gems. Badge is one way. Completing this badge is one way you can earn, and you can get 5,000 gems every time you complete enough. League rewards is another way to get draft tokens and gems, but there's a certain limit. Once you reach level 54, 55. Once you reach level 50, you don't get any more draft tokens, but you get gems, but only a little amount, and it's not really worth it. Doesn't give much, which is upsetting. And then quests also give you gems. So if you're doing training, then you get these gems. If you do league tournaments, you get gems too. And if you complete this FC Mobile this club challenge, then you can do gems, and this is basically the club challenge. This club challenge, this club challenge, it at least says club challenge. This is club challenge, and this is club challenge. So those are club challenges. Here, the league quests, these give you gems too. And then these also gives you draft tokens and gems, the UEFA Dream Chaser tasks. But the egg tasks don't. And then Division Rivals gives you around 20,000 to 40,000 gems, so definitely do those. And with those, you can do drafts. And with drafts, you can get the players you need. Like if I wanted to exchange a player, look, I'm getting a pool A player in one draft, and if I wanted to put him in exchange, I would, but I probably wouldn't because he's a pool A player and I don't really have a player that's 117 yet, or 116. I mean, I do. Vardiol, but he's like a free player. And I want like a player that's, I just want, it's not like fun to get, it's easy to get this Vardiol card, but it's not fun that you only get 116 and everybody else gets like a lot of better cards. So yeah. Anyways, those tips and tricks should help you to get draft. Buying the players on the market, so you can search up the players. I can put all these events. There's so much events. You could put all of them. I could search, and then I could buy the players I need. So I could buy, if I had 2 billion coins, I could buy this essay, which gives me 50 tokens. If I had enough, I could buy this Dembele, and that would give me 150 tokens. And yeah, that's how to get these phase 2 tokens. And this is the ultimate guide. Bye guys, I hope you enjoyed the video.